You may believe that your personality is stable and consistent, but psychology reveals that who you are changes dramatically depending on context, because the human brain does not have a single self. It has multiple versions that activate based on environment, emotional state, and perceived safety. Which is why you can feel confident in one place and insecure in another without knowing why. And one of the most powerful psychological mechanisms behind this is state-dependent thinking, where thoughts, memories, and beliefs become accessible only in certain emotional states. Meaning when you feel anxious, you remember anxious memories. And when you feel calm, you remember calm ones, trapping people in emotional loops they mistake for reality. And emotionally, the brain is far more sensitive to social hierarchy than people admit, constantly scanning for signs of dominance, approval, or rejection, which is why subtle cues like tone, eye contact, or silence can shift your mood instantly, while at the same time the brain has a strong need to feel meaningful, not happy. And when meaning is absent, the mind creates restlessness, emptiness, or existential anxiety, pushing people to seek distraction rather than purpose. And another unsettling truth is that the brain interprets unfamiliar success as a threat to identity, which is why people often sabotage opportunities that would change how they see themselves, choosing comfort over growth without conscious awareness. And psychologically, the brain is terrible at predicting what will make it happy, consistently overestimating how long pleasure will last and underestimating its ability to adapt, a distortion that keeps people endlessly chasing the next achievement. While emotionally, the brain forms attachments not to people, but to emotional patterns, meaning you miss how someone made you feel more than who they actually were. And this is why closure is so difficult. And neurologically, the brain learns avoidance faster than courage, because avoiding discomfort brings immediate relief, training the nervous system to associate fear with safety, strengthening anxiety over time, and socially, people feel more bonded after sharing vulnerability than after sharing success, because vulnerability signals trust and activates attachment systems, while perfection creates distance. And another deep psychological fact is that the brain experiences shame as a threat to existence, not just self-esteem, which is why shame shuts people down, fragments memory, and silences expression. And finally, the most transformative truth in psychology is that the brain changes not when you demand change, but when you repeatedly feel safe while choosing differently. Because every calm, conscious response under stress weakens old survival circuits and strengthens new ones, slowly turning reactions into choices and patterns into freedom.